me today at Yoga at Home with Melissa. I'm really happy that you're here. In this session, we're going to be doing a slow vinyasa flow, concentrating on the hips and the hamstrings. So as always, you do what feels good, skip what doesn't work, and just try to have some fun. So come on to your mat. Bring your knees as wide as the mat, toes come together to touch. Sit back on your heels and rest your forehead gently on the mat in front of you. Start with a deep inhale through your nose and a loud sigh out of your mouth. And then you can begin to rock your head left to right. Just a nice gentle stretch for your neck. Start to come into your ujjayi breathing. So the lips are gently closed and you're inhaling and exhaling through your nose, loud enough that you can hear the sound of your breath, which will become the rhythm to your practice today. And then start to pull the belly button up and in towards your spine. Press your hips back and crawl your hands forward, just lengthening out, elbows off the mat. Fingers are spread wide. Roll up, hands and knees. Press back, downward facing dog. And take a moment or two here to take your dog for a walk. Pedaling out your heels. Maybe you shake out your head. If you prefer to remain still, that's fine. Press the heels towards the mat and lift the tailbone towards the sky. When you feel ready, come on up to the balls of your feet and rock your body forward into a high push-up. Press your shoulders forward to stretch your wrists. And then press back, downward facing dog. Rise up to the balls of your feet and once again rock forward. Press forward to stretch your wrists. And then exhale, press back, down dog. Feet come together to touch, lifting the right leg. Bend the knee, peel it open. Circling your ankles, spreading your toes, if that feels good. And then return that foot to the mat. Left leg lifts, bend the knee, reach it high, circling and breathing. Return that foot to the mat. Rise to the balls of your feet and bend your knees. Look at the space between your hands. Step or walk to the front of your mat. Forward fold of your choice. Perhaps it's a ragdoll. Opposite hand, opposite elbow. Knees can be bent a lot here. You could find a little bit of a sway side to side if that feels good. You could begin to straighten your legs if you'd like. And when you're ready, release your hands to the mat, heel toe your feet together to touch, and gently stand, sweep your arms out and up. Right hand grabs the left wrist and you root down as you reach up and go over to the right side. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, come back to center, switch sides, root down, reach up, over to the left, inhale. Exhale, back to center, release, interlace your hands behind your back, knuckles to the heels, heart and gaze to the sky as you bend back gently, inhale. Exhale with a long spine, fold all the way down, nose to your knees, arms over your head. And then release your hands to the mat, halfway lift. And then fold forward, nose to your knees. Inhale, rise, sweep your arms out and up, hands touch overhead, bend back, open your heart. And come to center, swan dive, nose to knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, nose to knees. Two more of these. Inhale, rise. Hands touch, bend back maybe a little further this time. Come to center in swan dive, nose to knees. Halfway lift. Fold, nose to knees. Inhale, rise. Hands touch, bend back. Come to center in swan dive, nose to knees. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana, nice and easy here. High push up, low push up, upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Take a moment and just walk it out. Hearing the sound of the Ujjayi breathing. Rise to the balls of the feet, bend the knees. Step walk or float to the front of your mat. Inhale, rise. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, fold, nose to knees. Halfway lift. Step it back, high to low push up. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Step that foot between your hands. Flatten your back foot. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step it back. High to low push up. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Step it through, warrior one on the left. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step it back. High to low push up. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Walk it out. Rise to the balls of the feet and bend the knees. Step walk or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, rise. Exhale, chair. Inhale. Exhale, fold, nose to knees. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. High to low push up. Up dog, down dog. Fingers are spread wide and you're rooted into your hands. Feet come together to touch. Lift the right leg. With control, rock forward, high push up. Right knee, right elbow, give it a tap and kick it back. High push up, knee in tight to your chest. Kick it back. High push up, knee to the left. Tap the elbow and kick it back. And then step that foot between your hands, flatten your back foot. Inhale, rise up again, warrior one. This time softening into it. Hear the sound of the Ujjayi breathing. Rooting into the pinky side of your back foot. Take just one more inhale here. And as you exhale, open it up, warrior two. You can take that front foot and just scooch it over towards the left edge of your mat, sinking, lengthening your spine and getting long fingertip to fingertip. Your drishti is set to your front middle finger. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, flip the front hand and reverse your warrior. Sink and reach up and over, sink deeper. Reach a little further, you're doing good. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, extended side angle, forearm on the thigh. Left fingers to the ceiling. Press the top shoulder and the hip back. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, go ahead, straighten that front leg, coming into triangle. You can grab the shin or the ankle. You can allow the fingers to just hover. Inhale. Exhale, lean back, feel the body opening. And then if it feels good, extend that top arm over your head. You could lift that bottom arm up if you'd like. Inhale. Exhale, frame your front foot. Step the back foot a little bit closer. And then there's that gentle twist, belly over your thigh as you fold, nose to your knee. And you're pressing the right hip back and the left hip forward. Come on up to the tips of your fingers and reach the crown of your head forward. And then bring your left hand about 2 inches in front of your right pinky toe. And then start to reach the right arm up to the ceiling. Again, the crown is pressing forward. The right hip is pressing back. You're connected to the calm, deep Ujjayi breathing. You got this. Just one more inhale. And as you exhale, frame your front foot. Step the left foot forward next to the right. Inhale, rise. Hands touch, bend back. Come to center in swan dive, nose to knees. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low push-up. Take your time. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Maybe you take a moment and walk it out. Reconnecting always to the Ujjayi breathing. Can you hear yourself breathing? Fingers are spread wide. Toes come together to touch. Left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Rock forward, high push-up. Left knee, left elbow, give it a tap and kick it back. High push-up, knee into your chest, kick it back. High push-up, knee to the right, tap the elbow and kick it back. Step that foot between your hands, flatten your back foot. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, soften, relax here. Rooting, lengthening, breathing. Just one more inhale. And as you exhale, open it up, warrior two. Sink deep into your legs, lengthen your spine and get long. Drishti set, front middle finger. Can you sink a little deeper? Can you lengthen your spine a little bit more? Deep inhale. Flip the front hand and reverse it. Sink and reach, get long. Sink and reach, go a little deeper. Inhale. Exhale, extended side angle, forearm on the thigh. Pressing the top shoulder and hip back, opening up. Breathing here. Maybe you nudge that left knee open towards your pinky toe as you press your right hip and shoulder back. Just one more inhale. And as you exhale, go ahead, straighten that front leg, grabbing the shin or the ankle or the fingers hover, leaning back. Maybe you extend that top arm over your head. Maybe you lift that bottom arm up, just one inhale. Exhale, frame the front foot, step the back foot a little bit closer. There's that gentle twist, belly over thigh as you fold, nose to your knee. Pressing the left hip back and the right hand forward. Come on up to the tips of your fingers. Start to lengthen your spine, reaching your crown towards the side wall. And then the right hand comes a few inches above the left pinky toe. You start to reach the left arm up to the ceiling. Gentle twisting here. Breath stays calm. Your breath is your anchor. Keeping your focus here in your practice. You're doing really good. Just take one more inhale. And as you exhale, bring both hands to the mat. Step the right foot forward next to the left. Inhale, rise. Hands touch overhead, bend back, open your heart. Come to center in swan dive, nose to knees. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low push-up. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Moment or two, walk it out. And then bring your feet together to touch. Rock your body forward into a high push-up. Press your heels away from you. And then spin over to your right side for a right side plank. Now, make sure the wrist is directly below the shoulder or slightly in front of it for support here. Lifting the hips up as high as you can. You could lift that left arm up. And then I'd like everyone to try a tree here, a side tree, right? So the foot rests on the inner thigh. The hips reach up as the knee reaches up. And you could extend that top arm over your head. You got this. Stay connected. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach the ceiling. Look up. Flip it over. High push up. Press back. Down dog. And we're going to switch sides here. So feet come together to touch. Rock forward into a high push up and press the heels away from you. Spin over to the left side. Check out wrist is in line or slightly in front of that shoulder. Lift the hips up high. You could extend the arm up if you'd like. Tree pose on this side. And if that doesn't feel good in your body, you skip it. Lift the hips, keep breathing. Perhaps you extend that arm over your head. Maybe you don't. Keep breathing here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms over your head. Flip over, high push-up, down dog, walk it out. Right, so sometimes we wobble and sometimes we fall out of a posture, and that's all good, right? You learn to laugh at yourself, and then just try again. Not a big deal. Feet come together to touch, lift the right leg. Step that foot between your hands, high lunge. Inhale, rise up. Take your time to find your balance here, right? So if you're wobbly, you widen your feet. There's a gentle tuck through your pelvis and you sink really deep. The idea is to try to get that front thigh parallel to the mat. Maybe not in this session, but you're working towards that. Reaching the arms up, let's sigh, take a deep inhale. Calm and relaxed, in control here. Start to open up your arms, right? Start to look up, lift your heart, but keep rooted, sinking into your legs. Lengthening your spine, breath is free. One more inhale. And as you exhale, come back to center. Pull your hands down to your heart. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, I want you to fold forward. Bring those left fingertips to the mat and reach your right arm up to the ceiling. So it's a gentle twist, breathing here. Maybe the gaze turns up to the thumb, maybe not, right? You decide what feels best for your neck. Keep breathing. And then go ahead and straighten that front leg. Reaching the right fingers to the ceiling, leaning back here, breathing. And then bring that right hand to the outside of your right foot. And then start to lift the left leg up. So the left leg is parallel to your hip. Toes are pointing down, and you can stay right here. Or you could see how it feels to bring your hands to your heart. You can bend into that right knee. Maybe you extend the arms forward for a warrior 3. You got this. Inhale. Exhale, come to standing. Excellent job. Swan dive, nose to knees. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low push-up. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Walk it out. Feet come together to touch. Lift the left leg. Step that foot between your hands. Here we go, high lunge. Take your time setting it up. Make sure you're stable. Sometimes it's nice to do a little bounce here. And then let's soften with a sigh. Deep inhale. Make sure you're here in your practice. Focus on your breathing. Turn your gaze up, open your hands up. Maybe you lift the heart and lean back, crescent lunge. Come to center, hands touch, pull your hands to your heart, and then we come forward to lengthen, and then this time it's the right fingertips to the mat, and the left arm reaches up, gently twisting and opening up here, maybe gazing to the thumb, maybe not. And then when you're ready, go ahead, straighten that front leg as much as you can. If you can't get the front leg all the way straight, it's not a big deal. You just meet yourself where you are. Remember to be gentle and loving with yourself, just as you would with anyone else that you care about. Excellent. Frame the front foot. Balancing on your fingertips, lift that right leg up, pressing the heel away from you. Perhaps this is where you stay today. Maybe you bring your hands to your heart. Maybe you reach the arms forward. One inhale. Exhale, stand. Arms touch overhead, pull it through. Third eye into your heart. Close your eyes. Take a deep inhale and a sigh. find mountain pose. So your arms come long at your sides and the palms face the front of the room. You'll pick your shoulders up and roll them down your back. Feel the shoulders gently dropping away from the ears as the fingertips reach down towards your mat. And then drop your chin into your chest. And then take a moment and start to roll your head to one side. It doesn't matter what side. Nice and gentle. Shoulders away from the ears. Taking as much time as you need to work out any tension or tightness. And when you've completed one side, go right ahead, do the other side. And when you're ready, and again, there's no rush, start to stand really tall. Planting your roots firmly into the mat. As you grow as tall as you can, crown reaching towards the sky. Focus on the Ujjayi breathing, hear it flowing. And then gently open up your eyes. Find one spot to rest your gaze, your drishti, and then lift the left arm up, tricep glued next to the ear, and turn the palm of the right arm open. So we're going to come into dancer's pose. Bend the back knee, reach back. Make sure you're grabbing the inside of your right arch. Thighs come together to touch. And then you gently start to kick that leg back and your body will fold forward. You keep breathing here. See if you can lift the leg a little higher. Take an inhale. Exhale, release. You could give yourself a little shake. And then we'll switch sides. Right arm reaches up. Left arm opens up. Bend the knee, reach back, grab the inner arch of the foot. Thighs come together to touch. And then you just start to fold it forward, lifting that leg up. Breath is calm here. One more inhale. And as you exhale, release, give it a shake. We'll do one more each side. Left arm reaches up, right arm opens up, bend the knee, reach back, grab the inner arch, thighs touch, and then you fold it forward to your own degree, breathing. One more inhale, lift up as high as you can. And as you exhale, release, give it a shake. Here we go, one last time. Right arm reaches up, left arm opens up, bend the knee, grab the foot, set your drishti, and then bring it forward. Calm breath. One more inhale, lift up as high as you can. Exhale, release, and shake it out. Excellent job. Swim the arms out and up, hands touch. Third eye into your heart. Fold nose to knees. Halfway lift, step it back. High to low push-up. Up dog and down dog. Take a moment or two and walk it out. Maybe you stay still, pressing the heels down and lifting the tailbone up. And then drop to your knees. Come on down to your forearms and interlace the fingers, pressing the forearms into the mat. Go ahead and straighten your back legs. Now you're free to keep the knees on the mat if you'd like. And we're going to breathe here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Lift your hips and walk your feet into dolphin pose. Toes touch. Maybe you come on up to the balls of your feet. Head is off the mat. Calm breathing. You got this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Step to the back edge of your mat. Keep breathing. Stay calm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Dolphin. Oh yeah, come on, yeah you can. Feet come together to touch. Maybe the right leg lifts this time. Give it a try, you got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drop that leg. Left leg lifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Step your legs to the back edge of your mat. Press your heels away from you. Pelvis is tucked. Core is engaged. You got this. Calm breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Bonus round, 20 more. Stay with it. Yes, you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Excellent job. Drop the hips. Deep inhale. Exhale, relax. One ear to the mat, arms long, eyes closed. Pick up a shoulder, roll it down your back. Pick up the opposite shoulder, roll that down your back. Take a deep inhale on the loud side. And then flip your head, other ear to the mat. If it feels good to roll both shoulders, again, go ahead. Hear the sound of the Ujjayi breathing. Linking that to the rhythm of your heartbeat. Turn your chin to face the mat. Turn the palms of your hands down to face the mat. And on your next inhale, lift the head, neck, and shoulders. As always, the chin is gently tucked, so the neck is long and parallel to the mat. If the low back feels okay, you can lift the thighs. Toes can touch, or legs could be slightly wider. If you'd like to lift the arms, reaching the fingers to the back of the room, you could interlace the fingers, reaching the knuckles to the back room. Keep breathing. See if you can lift a little bit higher and get a little bit longer. Deep inhale. Exhale, relax, drop everything down. Bend your knees, start to windshield wiper your legs side to side. Legs to the mat, chin to the mat, hands next to your shoulders. Slowly begin to roll all the way up, upward facing dog. Pressing the belly button forward, gaze up, inhale. Exhale, curl the toes and press back, down dog. Take your dog for a little walk if you'd like. Maybe walk the feet a little closer and flatten the heels, only if that feels good. One more inhale. And as you exhale, drop to your knees, cross your ankles, and find a seat in the center of your mat. Sitting up as tall as you can. Feet and hands are parallel. And then you slowly, just slowly, one vertebrae at a time, start to unroll. Positioning yourself on your mat. If there's something in your hair, take it out so that you can get really comfortable. You can rock your head left to right, scoot your feet side to side. Close your eyes. Take a deep inhale through your nose, fill your lungs, and hold your breath. Hold it. Let it go out of your mouth. Gently, lips and eyes stay closed. Inhaling as I count. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pause. Exhale slowly, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And repeat this. this several times on your own. you could keep your eyes closed if you'd like, or you could open your eyes. But I ask that you stay connected to this calm stillness, to this place that you've created. It's always there for you. Stay connected to it. Set up bridge pose. Bend your knees. Plant your feet on the mat. Your longest finger can touch the backs of the heels if that feels okay. Pressing down into your feet, slowly, gently roll up. Lift the hips and then the vertebrae, one at a time. Maybe the arms stay long. Maybe you interlace the fingers and scooch the shoulders. Press down into your feet and lift up. Keep breathing. Stay calm and connected. Press down, lift up a little bit higher. If the hands are interlaced, gently release them. And very slowly, one vertebrae at a time, unroll. Keeping the spine super flexible. We'll do that again. Press into your feet. Slowly roll up, one vertebrae at a time. When you reach the top, the arms can stay long, or again, you scooch the shoulders and interlace the fingers. If it feels good, you could lift your heels, but you're free to skip it. Press down to lift up a little bit higher. Calm, deep Ujjayi breathing here. Press down, lift up a little bit higher. Again, releasing the hands if they're interlaced, and very gently, slowly unroll one vertebrae at a time, all the way down. Hips and then heels land if they're lifted. And we'll do this one more time. Press down into your feet and gently roll up, all the way to the top. Arms stay long, or again, you interlace the fingers, scooching the shoulders. Feet stay flat, or you lift the heels. If you're interested, go ahead, lift that right leg. Lift the hips a little bit higher. Keep breathing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the leg. Lifting the left leg. If that feels good, lift the hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drop the leg. Press down to lift up as high as you can. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, release your hands and slowly, gently unroll all the way down until your hips land and then your heels land. And then from here, you can widen your feet as wide as the mat and bring your knees together to touch. You could bring the soles of your feet together. Your knees are open wide. Placing one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. Close your eyes. Take a deep inhale through your nose and a loud sigh out of your mouth. Eyes and lips gently closed. Once again, returning to the sound of the Ujjayi breathing. Keeping your focus on the sound of your breath, allowing the breath to soften and relax your muscles. If you find your mind is wandering, count, inhale for 5 and exhale for 5. You're free to repeat a mantra if you'd like. My mantra suggestion for today's session is, I am one with the universe. I am one with the divine. I am not separate. I am not alone. I am one with the universe. I am one with the divine. I am not separate. I am not alone. I am one with the universe. I am one with the divine. I am not separate. I am not alone.
together to touch and hug your knees into your chest. And you can rock gently side to side, make little circles with your knees one direction and then the other. And then straighten your legs. Your feet are flexed, your heels are pressing up towards the ceiling. And bring your arms over your head, interlace your fingers. So we're going to do that straddle stretch move. So you straddle your legs, keeping them as straight as you can. And then you roll up, reach the knuckles to the space in front of you. And then close the legs and reach the arms back over the head. So this is our flow here. Straighten and reach. That's 1, 2 with breath. 3, 4, 5. Nice and easy here. 6, 7. Press your heels away from you. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You got it. Keep going. 13, 14. We're almost there. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then 20. We're going to hold up. Reach the knuckles forward, press the heels away from you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent job. Hug the knees into the chest. Again, rock side to side or make those little circles. And then keeping your knees tucked in, rock and roll a couple times, head to tail. Massage out your spine. Build up enough momentum to come on up, hands and feet, and then step it back. Down dog. Take a moment, walk it out. Lift the right leg, three-legged dog. Look at your hands. Step the right foot to the outside of your right hand. Drop that back knee to the mat. Turn your right toes out to a 45-degree angle, and then flip the foot up. So you're resting on the pinky side of your foot. And you can stay just like this with long arms if this feels good. You can place your hand on your inner right thigh and gently twist open, gazing up. You could bend the knee, reach back, find the foot, and pull it in towards your glute. Right? And these are all just options. If you'd like, you could come on down to your forearms. Right? And the same options apply here, where you're pressing the thigh open. Maybe you're grabbing the foot and pulling it gently in towards the glute. Keep breathing. Wherever you are, you stay connected. Hearing the rhythm of the Ujjayi breathing, softening where you can. And then slowly come on up to long arms. Flatten that right foot, point the toes to the front of the room, and then start to press your hips back. The toes point towards your nose, just a nice gentle stretch. And then flatten that right foot. Scooch the right foot over to the left side of your mat and drop your knee, coming into your half pigeon. Back leg is long, or maybe you bend the knee in the back and come into that yin version of half pigeon. You can keep your arms long here. You could come on down to your forearms, or you can rest your head on the mat for a sleeping pigeon. If you'd like to do that shoulder stretch, bring the left arm underneath your torso. Make a fist with your right hand and rest your head there. Take some time, find the space that feels really good to you, and then take a deep inhale and a loud sigh. And then reconnect, right, to the heart, the core of your practice, which is your breath. Hearing the sound of the Ujjayi breathing, feeling it flowing in and out of your nose.
Stay connected to the breath. If your mind has wandered off, please come back. So when you're ready, come to long arms. Curl your back toes under, lift the leg up off the mat and step back, down dog. Take a moment, walk it out. And then your feet come together to touch. Lift the left leg, look at your hands. Step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Scooch that back foot back, drop the knee. You can stay on long arms if you'd like, turning the toes out to a 45-degree angle, flipping the foot up. You can place your hand on your inner thigh, gazing up, gently twisting. If you'd like, reach back, find the foot, gracefully pulling the heel gently in towards the glute, breathing. Right? Or maybe you come on down to your forearms. Again, same options apply. Hand to the thigh as you twist. Maybe you grab the foot, gently pulling the heel in. Keep breathing. Releasing the foot if you have it. Coming to long arms. Pointing the toes to the front of the room. Press the hips back, toes towards your nose. Keep breathing. And then come forward. Scooch that left foot over to the right edge of your mat, setting up your version of half pigeon. Taking your time, noticing what feels best in your body, and then just being okay with that. If you like to add that shoulder stretch here, you bring the right arm underneath the torso. You can make a fist with the left hand and rest. Right? But there's no right or wrong. Remember, if it feels good in your body, it's right for you. And if something just doesn't feel right, it's not for you, you let it go. When you're ready, gently come on up to long arms. Sit back on your left hip. And then bring that right leg around. And we're going to come into a double-legged pigeon. So stack your shins one on top of the other. Sit up tall. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, gently fold forward to your own degree. Maybe you reach the arms long in front of you. Maybe they stay and your chest stays lifted. It's all good. Just find a place that feels okay, pressing the sits bones into the mat. Take a deep inhale and a sigh. And then when you're ready, come on out. And we'll just switch sides. So the right shin is on the bottom and the left shin is on the top. Sitting up really tall here, take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, just gently fold it forward. And keeping in mind, it's not about how the postures look. That's not what this practice is about. It's about how the postures feel in your body. Connecting to the breaths. staying calm and relaxed. And when you're ready, you can sit up. Straighten your legs out long in front of you. You can do a little bounce here, up and down, if that feels good. Toes point towards your face. Reach up, look up, get long, deep inhale. And as you exhale, fold forward, grabbing your feet. Inhale, reaching the crown towards the toes. Exhale, softening the chest and the belly as you fold deeper. Just hold here. Now sit up tall. If you have to bend your knees to grab your feet, that's fine. Go ahead and do that. Your right hand is going to grab your left foot and you're going to lift that leg up, reaching the left arm back, sit tall. Press your left shoulder back. Maybe you even gaze to your back thumb. Keep breathing here. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, come back around, left hand, right foot. Sitting tall as you lift that leg, reaching back, pressing that back shoulder back, sitting taller, breathing. Gently come back to center. Bring your hands a few inches beyond your hips. Toes touch and point. Lift your hips up off the mat. Bottoms of the feet reach towards the mat. Drop your head if your neck's okay. Lift a little higher. You got this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Lift as high as you can. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, gently drop the hips to the mat. Sit on your fingertips. Roll back onto your elbows. Lifting the heart. Again, if the neck's sensitive, you keep the head lifted. Otherwise, you drop the head. We do lion's breath here. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Stick out your tongue and roar. Again. Last one. Excellent. Release your elbows. Lay flat down on your back. Bring your arms open wide like a T. Turn the palms of your hands to face the ceiling. Or no, turn the palms of your hands down to face the floor to begin. And then bend your knees, plant your feet on the mat. Keeping your thighs and your feet touching, lift them up so that the toes are pointing to the ceiling and your thighs are parallel to the ceiling. And then drop your knees over to the right. Without allowing them to land, they hover an inch or two off the mat. And you can press your palms down into the mat for support. Take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, gently come back to center. Drop your knees to the left, and then maybe the gaze turns to the right. Breathing. Knees are hovering. And then come back to center. Dropping the knees to the right, gaze to the left, but they're just hovering here. Breathing. You got this. Coming back to center. Gaze to the right, knees to the left, hovering. Breath is calm here. Come back to center, and we'll do one more round. Over to the right, gaze to the left, the knees hover 2 inches off the mat. Come back to center. Gaze to the right, knees hover 2 inches off the mat to the left. Come back to center. Bring the knees to the right, and this time allow them to land. Turn the palms of the hands up to face the ceiling. Close your eyes here, just calm breathing. If it feels good, you can reach that left arm up and over, hands touch. And then you just glide the fingers across the arm, over the chest, opening up.
If that felt good, you could do it another time, or you skip it, it's not a big deal. Gliding the arm back, opening up. And then bring the knees back to center. We switch sides. Knees fall to the left. Gaze turns to the right. Shoulders are glued to the mat. If you'd like, this time the right arm reaches up and over. Hands touch and you glide it back, opening it up. If you want to do it a second time, feel free. Bringing it all the way back across. Bring your knees back to center. Hug them into your chest. We take a moment of gratitude. Think of one thing you're grateful for. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Find your Shavasana. So your legs come long. You take a moment to get comfortable. Whatever that means to you. If you want to cover your eyes, go ahead and cover your eyes. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Fill your lungs all the way to the top and hold your breath. Hold it. Let it go out of your mouth. Eyes and lips remain gently closed. Normal, everyday breath here. Allowing your muscles and your bones to soften and relax, just to sink deeper into the mat. Bringing your awareness to your toes, the balls of your feet, your arches and your heels, and all those tiny bones in your feet. Feel them relax. Your ankles relax. Your shins and your calves sink. Your knees are relaxed. Your thighs and your thigh bones melt. Feel your hips, glutes, pelvis, all of your internal organs sink. Feel your entire spinal column slowly, just one vertebrae at a time, melt into the mat. Your shoulders and your angel bones relax. Your ribs and your lungs relax. Your heart is at rest. All the muscles in your back melt. Biceps, triceps, elbows, forearms, wrists, all 10 fingers, those tiny bones in your hands, even your fingernails relax. Your neck is relaxed. Your chin, jaw, teeth, tongue, lips relax. Ears, cheeks, and nose relax. Eyes, eyeballs, eyelids, and eyebrows relax. Forehead, scalp, and brain. Your entire body is relaxed. the rebels and the misfits, the black sheep and the outsiders, for the refugees, the orphans, the scapegoats, and the weirdos, for the uprooted, abandoned, the shunned, and invisible ones. May you recognize with increasing vividness that you know what you know. May you give up your allegiances to self-doubt, meekness, and hesitation. May you be willing to be unlikable and in the process be utterly loved. May you be impervious to the wrongful projections of others. And may you deliver your disagreements with precision and grace. May you see with consummate clarity of nature moving through you that your voice is not only necessary, but desperately needed to sing us out of this muddle. May you feel shored up, supported, entwined, and reassured as you offer yourself and your gifts to the world. May you know for certain that even as you stand by yourself, you are not alone. Only if you're ready to come out of Shavasana. Start to reach your arms over your head, point your toes, stretching out. Hug your knees into your chest and roll over to a side. And then very gently and slowly, come on up to a seat. Bring your hands to your heart, and we'll seal the practice with one Om. Take a deep inhale. Bring your thumbs to your forehead. The light and truth in me honors and sees the light and truth in you. Namaste. So thank you for joining me for this session of Yoga at Home with Melissa. If you like the class, don't forget to hit subscribe. Remember to leave a comment or a suggestion. I'll see you next time. Namaste.